What is up everybody, and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're having an amazing week. Currently it is Friday, end of the trading week, and let's get right to the charts as Bitcoin is right now, as you can see, rejecting once again from the EMA, from the trend lines, we can from the moving averages that we have right here. You can see we are approaching the weekly pivot once again. After breaking above it, you can see price showed some strength, but right now we are rejecting once again from this level right here. And if we draw our Fibonacci retracement, you can see right here where we rejected from is basically the Fibonacci golden pocket, which is sitting right around almost $112,000. You can see if we don't count this week right here that we had during the CPI data, we did have the news come in today. Actually, the CPI data came in lower than expected, so basically this is bullish for the markets, but Bitcoin, as you can see, is still struggling to push higher, but the stock markets are putting in a new all-time high. As you can see right here, we are breaking above the previous all-time high that we had right here at 6,770 basically. And right now we are up from the old all-time high almost 0.5% to the upside. The Nasdaq also putting in a new all-time high. Basically the news are bullish, but right now the effects are only getting in on the stock markets. I think gold is also pushing higher. We can see, yeah, so not much of a pump, but we are bouncing basically from the weekly S1, which is sitting at 4,060, and right now we are up 2% on gold. As you can see, the volatility is very strong. The euro dollar, as you can see, the dollar is basically got a fast move towards the downside, as you can see, almost touching the weekly pivot, but we front ran it a bit, and right now dollar is pushing high once again. Basically very interesting day. It is also Friday. The weekly candle will close in about 7 hours for the traditional markets, and for Bitcoin we still have the weekend price action. We still have 2 days left until we get a weekly closure on Bitcoin, but as of right now you can see we are rejecting from this level right here, basically the Fibonacci golden pocket. So this is something to pay in mind for Bitcoin. Ethereum rejecting from the weekly pivot, right now testing again the 4-yearly support. We are testing this level very frequently. We are basically trading exactly at this level. So if we draw a volume profile from here, you can see we are trading exactly at the POC of this range right here, and as soon as we start losing the value area low, which is sitting at 3,770, you can see, then basically lower price targets would be confirmed, basically retesting this wick right here that we made during the capitulation event. So this is all something to look out for on Ethereum. Solana also right now rejecting from the value area high, you can see, of this bigger macro range. If we go on a hard time frame, you can see we are right now rejecting from this level. Solana is showing some weakness. Hype also starting to potentially put in another higher low right here. You can see basically we are still above the 200 EMA and also above the weekly pivot. But as of right now, altcoins are starting to show some weakness. Sui still basically nothing right here. Very choppy price action after this capitulation event. The market needs some time to recover, in my opinion. XRP also trading right now actually above the weekly pivot. So looking good for now. The pump token also trading above the weekly pivot, but we are still, you can see, below the moving averages. So this is also not looking good for right now. Everything is looking bad except the stock market and gold for right now. if you look at the open interest on Bitcoin during this move up, you can see we did have some open interest came in. Basically it started rising, CVD was also bullish, and as you can see right now we are potentially starting to fall off. Basically positions closing out right here, and if open interest starts pushing towards the downside, we might see a bigger retracement for Bitcoin to come in. Since if you look at the liquidation heat map, you can see we still have a lot of liquidity build up towards the downside. As I have told you, after we had this push to the upside, we had a lot of liquidity which has, as you can see, not yet been taken out. So it is very, very possible that we get another volatile move during the weekend or at the beginning of next week, or maybe even later today. Friday is very, very important day, basically, since the CME markets close tonight and the stock markets also close, basically, and this is when the manipulative moves happen in crypto. So this is also something you need to watch out for. ETF inflows, we did have a second green day for this week, even though just BlackRock bought, you can see, and some others sold, but in general we have 20 million of Bitcoin ETF inflows, which is still okay for this week. You can see Fear and Greed Index is right now sitting at 32, market cap is sitting at 3.72 trillion. Alt season index, we are right now very far away from the altcoin seasons. You can see basically right now Bitcoin is king again, since as you know, the Bitcoin dominance is actually rising, as you can see, trying to push basically higher, if you can see. And as I have told you in my previous video, after we had a week right here like this one, basically, then price in the coming weeks started rising very, very fast. You can see right here. So it is possible that we repeat potentially the same pattern. As you can see, moving averages also starting to potentially flip bullish, curving up towards the upside, which is also something very, very important. Long versus shorts ratio for the day, you can see we still have more sellers in the market, even though we were pumping today during the news that we had. Let me just pull up a clean chart. We were pumping, you can see, since the morning. I think basically we are up for the day almost 3%, and right now we are giving back those gains away. You can see 2% move towards the downside, even though stock market is pushing very high. So as of right now, Bitcoin is doing its own thing. It is not following the stock markets as of right now. And I think this covers it for today, guys. I hope you liked the video, subscribe for my channel, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.